Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Heartslayers podcast. We're your hosts today. I'm Derrick Acosta, the Rico Suave of Mega 64.
And I'm Meg Turner. Not Meg Turney.
Meg Turner, not Meg Turney. That's your official title.
It is.
The not Meg Turney of Mega 64. We are going to be helping you with your relationship problems, issues, situations, or whatever. You know, we can talk about just your life. Call us up. Let's have a chat. Let's take some calls and answer some emails right now. Okay, we are back with Chris. How's it going, Chris?
Doing pretty good. How are you guys doing?
We're doing good. Here with Derrick and Meg, the Heartslayers. What is your situation?
Well, okay. It's a little complicated, but I'll try to keep it brief. Me and this girl, I met her on the internet. She lives in Canada. I live in the U.S. We met when I was about 18. I'm 24 now. And she's the type of girl that kind of sticks around, the ex that just, you know, always pops up in your life. I'm just wondering, should I just drop her completely or actually pursue her? Because I've actually never met her is the thing. I feel like we never had that first contact to where we could, you know, just really meet face to face. So I'm just wondering, should I just, because I think about her a lot, but I feel like it's a little complicated, and I feel like it's almost taking up too much of my brain power at this point.
Wow. Okay. Well, did you say she was an ex that sticks around?
Yeah, I mean, we're both, you know, it's on and off again type thing, but it's been a couple years since we've actually been doing anything romantically, but
okay.
I'm just wondering, you know, I'm thinking about her a lot still.
Sure. But you say you've never actually met, so...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've had Skype calls. It's not a catfish situation. Like, I'm smarter than that.
Okay, good.
The first place my mind went.
She's actually Skyping it. Well, that's good.
Right.
So what has like kept you guys from meeting? Just why has that never happened?
Well, I guess it's just the distance, the money. Both of us are pretty busy in life, and I don't know. I feel like we have this bond that just keeps us coming back to each other. And
okay,
you know, I don't really care if she gets with some dudes over there, and she doesn't care if I get with some chicks over here, but it's at that point where should I even like be looking at it like a romantic type thing is even possible.
I see. Well, how far away do you guys live? You say she's in Canada, you're in America, so we're talking a plane ride, I'm assuming.
Right.
How long is the plane ride?
Well, it's Florida and Vancouver, so complete opposite ends.
Yeah.
Oh boy, yeah, that's pretty far.
Yeah.
Say you guys did meet and did want to do a relationship type thing. Do you think you'd be cool with a long distance relationship?
No.
Okay.
That's the thing. I've done a couple of those, and it's just
They didn't work out.
She's done a couple. We have the same opinion. No, yeah, we've just had no luck with that at all.
Okay. Well, how often do you guys talk? Do you say you're still in communication?
Yeah, at this point, it's about I'd say once or twice a week.
Okay.
But then it could be like a month with no talk, and I'm okay with that. It's just, you know, let her have her space.
Sure. Well, you know, to me, it sounds like you guys have never kind of taken that step to make it a real, fully realized relationship. So it sounds like you guys are really good friends as it is, which is cool. And maybe that's where it should stay with you guys.
Like, especially if you don't want to do the whole long distance thing.
It definitely sounds like you're not interested in a long distance relationship. She's not interested in a long distance relationship. And that is probably the only option for the two of you at this time. You know, you think about her a lot romantically, you say. Has this been like, is this like getting more and more? Like, is she on your mind more and more as time goes on?
It's basically like phases of that,
I
because
see.
she's basically been a phase in my life. Like, I hang out with her intimately for about half a year, and then the other half of the year we're mad at each other or something. It's like
Oh,
is that type of thing. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
But I
I get
understand
it.
what you're saying. No, totally.
I get it.
It's
You
that
know what?
contact.
I feel like this situation is not too uncommon, and even like not even necessarily with a long distance relationship. I feel like even when you have somebody who lives in your own town, sometimes you have a friend and you don't know, like, we're really close, but for whatever reason, just it doesn't seem like a relationship is starting, even though, like, I might like this person, they might like me. And you're just kind of in this weird, like, not friend zone even,
Right.
but just like, the potential is there, but it just hasn't started. And you spend a lot of time hanging out and kind of, seeing what'll happen. And I feel like the same thing happens where sometimes in that situation, things are going really good and you think like maybe, we will start dating. And then, yeah, something happens and you guys argue about something and it's like, we're not even dating and we're arguing like we're in a relationship.
Yeah.
And this sucks. In those situations, it's kind of like do or die. Like, just make it happen or don't. You don't want to be in that situation forever.
No.
You're right. You're right.
And it seems like for you, Chris, you don't really have the option of just taking the next step to the relationship. So my advice, I think, would be to just remain good friends. You don't have to cut her out of your
Right.
life.
True.
I think what will happen, here's my prediction on where this is going to go. Either you
All
or
right.
her will get into a relationship that you really like, and then the other person will kind of just be forced into the friendship role.
Right.
And just kind of fade away,
That's wise of you. Very wise. Yes.
Yeah, it might happen. She might date somebody and she starts calling you less, or you find somebody yourself and suddenly you're not so interested in being in a relationship with a girl who lives in Canada.
Right.
So,
Yeah. True.
yeah, I totally understand where you're coming from with having a girl on your mind a lot and you like don't know what to do about it, but I think that you need to stay logical and face the facts of just the situation at
I
hand.
keep telling myself that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that too. So
Yeah,
cool.
sometimes like it's like that oh gosh, it's like that Tina Turner song, What's Love Got to Do with It?
Yeah.
You might have strong feelings for somebody, but that isn't everything in a relationship. There's other factors, and the distance is a huge factor. And even though you're feeling really emotional, really passionate, that's not everything. So sadly, I don't think all the pieces are there for this girl and you.
Well, yeah, I'm young. Screw it. Whatever. I'll find someone else.
You'll
You're right.
find
Yeah.
That's
somebody
true.
else, yeah. But you know what? It's always good to have a close female friend. I think that's essential.
Yeah.
She can, give you advice, a shoulder to cry on. Just it's nice to have a friend. So
Yeah, I love that.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
You don't need to cut her out of your life, but don't feed into these relationship desires too much because it might drive you crazy.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
All right, cool. Well, good luck, Chris. Thanks for the call.
Yeah. Thanks, Derek. Thanks, Meg. Nice
Bye.
talking to you guys.
Sure, take care. Okay, we're going to answer an email right now. If you have a question, you can email us at podcast@mega64. This one comes from Jay, and it says, "Hi, guys. I just wanted to ask if you guys have any Tinder tips. Stuff like the do's or don'ts of making a profile, or tips on how to break the ice and get a first date. I'd also be very interested in getting the female perspective from Meg on what girls are looking for in a guy's Tinder profile. Thanks in advance. Love the show, Jay."
All right. Well.
All right. Well, I have to say, full disclosure, I have never used Tinder. I've never even installed it on my phone.
Really?
Yeah. I always, when Tinder came out, I felt like I was too embarrassed
Really?
to use it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just thought, I was like, well, nobody's going to swipe on me. Plus, when Tinder first came out, it was all like focused on like, yeah, use this to hook up with people.
I think it's still like that though.
Yeah, but it has kind of segued more into like a dating
Yeah, that's
app
fair.
and like a tool for meeting people.
That's true.
Are you on Tinder?
I have one, but also full disclosure, I don't use it seriously.
Okay.
So
I've never used it. You have used it. Have you ever met up with somebody from Tinder?
I haven't.
Oh, okay.
No, wait. Actually, that's a lie. I have.
All right. Nice. So what was it about that person's profile? This is good because you don't even take Tinder seriously,
Yeah.
but somebody who's able to pierce through
That's true.
the entertainment of it.
Uh-huh.
What was it that was so appealing about that person? Do you remember?
You know, they hit me with something funny because my profile, complete joke, all it says is, I just really like memes.
Okay.
They hit me with a really good meme.
Wow.
And it snowballed from there.
I don't know if this is going to be a good tip for the people out
It's
there watching.
really not.
So for Meg, it
Personally,
was
just hit me with a meme.
the perfect meme. I've actually heard though from female friends and stuff that they like joke Tinders more than regular Tinders.
Absolutely. If your profile is super serious, like, oh, I really love walks on the beach, like whatever, really cliche, I feel like that's no. A girl's gonna be like, nah, I don't think so.
Yeah. I feel like I can't remember if I read this online or if somebody's telling me about this, but there was like a caveman Tinder.
Really?
Yeah, some guy was just pretending to be a caveman.
Okay.
And this was probably my friend just really wanted to keep talking to him. Like, this guy's funny. Like, every time I talk to him, he gives me like a caveman response.
Okay. Yeah.
I think, I feel like with Tinder, it's kind of the same as the dating world. You don't want to take it too seriously. Like, nobody wants to go to a profile and find somebody like, I am looking to get married and these are my stats.
Yeah.
I am 6'3" and muscular build.
Yeah. Or if you have a picture of just your torso to show like you're super ripped or something, like, no, why?
Yeah. Luckily, probably all the people watching here aren't super ripped, so they don't have to worry about that.
Hey, you don't know.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah, I'm sure everybody who's watching is very fit and attractive.
Very ripped.
Yeah, I've been told from Tinder experts, don't put your height on Tinder. Don't focus on too much physical stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe it's more about like personality.
Yeah, absolutely.
A personality can compensate for any physical shortcoming.
Yeah,
let's
because
say.
If they swipe on you, 99%, it's because they think you're hot.
Mm-hmm.
So,
is there anything you look for in a Tinder profile other than, people being funny and
yeah, just not taking it seriously.
Don't take it too seriously.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, you know what? Maybe try to have a picture of yourself looking like you're having a ton of fun, like you're a really fun person. Not just you in a room photographing yourself in a mirror. Hopefully it's a photo somebody else took of you.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And have fun with it. Show off your personality. Show off your sense of humor. That's your best bet to piercing through all the Tinder BS. There's a lot of competition out there, so you're really going to have to make yourself shine. Show off that mental power, and you'll be good.
Yeah.
This is coming from a guy who's never used Tinder. All right, good luck out there, Jay. Hope you get a lot of swipes. All right, everybody, we're back here with Benjamin. What's up, Benjamin?
Hello. I was just calling to ask for some advice about, I guess, making new friends and potentially having that lead to a relationship.
Okay, cool. What's your situation?
So basically, my whole life, I'm only 18, so that's kind of a big statement, but like, I've always had the same sort of group of friends, and we've only introduced like 3 new people into our lives in like the 15 or so years I've known these people, and I have a very hard time making new connections with people.
Okay.
And I'm just sort of looking for advice on how to open myself up to new interactions with people.
Okay, awesome. 15 years. So you've known your friends since you were 3 years old?
That was an overstatement.
Oh, okay. I was like,
maybe more like 12 years, I guess.
Okay.
Still.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's still a long time,
Yeah.
My My best friend I met when I was in 2nd grade.
Wow.
And we're still friends. So, I know how it goes. Those long-time relationships are really valuable.
Yeah.
What's your situation are you in high school? Are you in college?
I'm currently a freshman at a university in Georgia. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, I've got good news for you, Benjamin. You are going to enter the time in your life where you are going to meet the most people.
Yep.
And the most new people ever, probably, for the rest of your life.
Absolutely.
Going from high school to college, for most people, is like an explosion of new friends and new social situations.
Yeah.
So you're in a good position. What do you do for fun? What do you and your friends like? What are you guys into?
Well, we're all pretty goofy guys. We all play video games. I'm a little more musically inclined, I guess. I do a lot of guitar stuff.
Okay.
But I don't know. Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Video games and guitar stuff. That's fine.
Yeah.
When I was 18 years old, I was into video games and theater stuff. Mm-hmm. And I had a very, like small core group of friends. And it was actually, for me, I was in theater and my friends took me to go see some shows at another school, some performances at another school, and they were friends with some of the actors there. And kind of through that very loose connection, I made some not great friends, but some acquaintances through that theater troupe and kind of hung out with them a little more. And within a few years, through those new people, met even more new people.
Right.
And that's where I kind of met my second wave of really good friends in life.
Right.
So, the fact that you play music and stuff is probably going to be a good outlet and a good opportunity to meet people.
I'm sure there are some clubs like at your university that you could also join. Some sort of like groups.
Yeah.
I sort of had trouble at the beginning of this school year getting into clubs and stuff because I was working a job this summer and I met some new people through that, but like I feel like most of my issue is like I'm meeting people that are nice to be around, but like nobody that I really want to like hang out with, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally get it. Mm-hmm. Here's my advice to you. Hang out with those people, even if they don't seem like quite perfect to be your friends, because they have a whole, they have their own friends group and social circle, and they can introduce you to even more people. So even though they themselves might not be the type of friends you're looking for, through them, you'll meet more and more people. And I think eventually you will start to find the people that you are looking for.
Right.
And, this happened to me, and I think this happens to a lot of people. And sometimes, honestly, it causes a little bit of jealousy.
Yeah.
Because you meet a person, and then you meet their friend, and you like their friend more than you like that person.
Friend.
Yeah, and then they're like, well, I met you first.
Yeah.
Like, why are you hanging out with my friend? And it's like, well, you know what? Sorry, but I like them better. That happens all the time. So, sometimes I understand you totally get bummed out, like, I don't really like this person, but I don't really have any other options. You got to play with the hand that you've been dealt.
Yeah.
So if even in your own friend group, there are certain people that you don't hang out with very often, or, you like some people more than others, I would hang out with the ones that you don't spend a lot of time with, just to see if you can have new experiences with them and meet new people through them. I think that's going to be your best bet. It's really hard to just meet people off the street.
Oh, yeah.
Meet people at an event that you don't have some sort of loose connection with.
Right.
But all you need is to have a friend of a friend, an acquaintance to introduce the two of you. And that will lead to, meeting more people, being introduced to a lot more cool people. What do you think about that?
Thank you. Yeah, that sounds like solid advice. I go to like a lot of events and stuff. You're like you said, it is really hard to like sort of approach people. Like you don't want to be like weird. So like I try to approach people in class, and like I've met some acquaintances like that, but I'll try hanging out with them more.
Yeah, give them a chance, and you don't need to expect that they're going to be your best friend, but maybe they'll introduce you to your next best friend.
It's true.
Cool. Thanks for the call, Benjamin.
Thank you.
Take it easy. All right, we're going to take another email. This one is from T, and it says, "Hey there, Heartslayers. My question is, after a long relationship breakup, how do you remind yourself that you liked something before that relationship happened? For example, I know I liked Harry Potter before I got into my most recent relationship, but my ex really loved Harry Potter, so it made me like it even more. And now that we aren't together, all the memorabilia and stuff I have just hurts to look at and think about. So how do I pull her out of the things I love so I can enjoy them again? Thanks, T." T, I think that when you break up with somebody, the worst part, or one of the worst things about the breakup, is exactly what you're talking about. Losing things that you liked. You associate this person and all these memories with something, and now that they're gone, all those positive memories and associations have now turned into negative memories and associations. And, a lot of times this happens with music, when you're sharing songs and when you're sharing like new bands and old bands that you like with that person. You listen to it a lot together, and now they're gone, and suddenly music has that power to just like pull on the heartstrings. It's just
does.
like, I remember when we were eating burritos at the beach and this song came on. I might never eat a burrito again. And music and burritos get ruined for you.
It's true.
Has this happened to you? Has anything ever been ruined by an ex?
Not really. I always just found that I liked what I liked, and that was it.
Maybe this is a guy thing.
It might be.
This happened to me all the time.
Really?
Yeah. With like every breakup I've ever gone through, I like have to take CDs out of the collection, or, just erase them off the iPod for a while because, I don't know. But here's the thing, though. I was young when this stuff happened to me. So a lot of the stuff that I ended up losing, now that I'm older, it's like, I don't need that anyways. Like, it was a lot of crappy music that I listened to when I was in high school, like emo bands that I don't want to listen. I wouldn't be caught dead listening to anymore. And
but what about something mainstream like Harry Potter?
So with that, because that happens too.
Yeah.
So there's two things. Either it's something that you're going to grow out of anyways, and maybe they're doing you a favor because they're, it's really not cool to be into that thing, and it's okay. Or it's something that it really is something you love so much. It kind of comes down to, who did you love more?
Ooh.
Do you love Harry Potter more, or do you love this girl more?
Always choose Harry.
Yeah, and I think whatever you have a bigger emotional attachment to will kind of outshine the other. It might take a while.
Yeah.
But I've definitely had moments where, give it a few months. If the thing that is reminding you of your ex is really causing emotional pain for you, put it on the shelf for a while. Revisit it 6 months later.
Yeah.
If it still hurts, you will either think to yourself, you know what, I just don't want to be a fan of this anymore. Or you'll have the breakthrough. The anger breakthrough is what I call it, where basically you'll be there, you'll be listening to the music, or you'll be watching Harry Potter, and you'll be thinking all this negative stuff like, I can't believe this girl left me. And then you'll be like, fuck that. No, I'm taking Harry Potter back. And that's what you say. I'm taking it back. Bow. It's mine. I don't care if you like it. I like it more. Harry Potter means more to me. And the magic of Harry Potter has done more to benefit my life than you ever will. And you kind of emotionally kick them out of the scene.
Yeah.
So it takes a little while. Because when breakups are fresh, they're raw, they're emotional.
Yeah.
It's hard to overcome it.
You gotta get over it.
Yeah, but just what I would say is revisit Harry Potter a couple months from now down the line. If it still hurts, put it back on the shelf, revisit it again later. Because really, when you think about it, 5 or 10 years from now, if you're still being upset about this girl when you think about Harry Potter, then something's wrong. That's not. It's not going to happen, basically.
No.
Like, eventually you'll move on and this stuff won't bother you.
Right. Everything
Everything about the relationship not working out will not bother you anymore. And you'll be able to enjoy the wizarding world of Harry Potter once again.
Yeah.
It's really never happened to you, huh?
Maybe with some really sad songs, I'll be like, oh.
You must have ruined stuff for other people.
I probably did.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Guilty.
yeah, there you go. Good luck. Thanks for the email. Bye. All right, everybody, we are back here with Mason. What's happening, Mason?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you?
We're doing good. You're here with Derrick and Meg, the Heartslayers. What's your situation?
So I dated this girl for about 6 months, and we recently broke up because she was in love with me, and I didn't really feel the same way. And she's going through a lot of family and school troubles right now, so I've been trying to sort of be there for her, but it's sort of like this messy thing where she still talks to me really regularly as if we're still in a relationship, and it's just sort of this weird preliminary stage where I feel like I need to be there to like help her because she didn't really have people there for her, but it's, you know, it's just like a shitty situation, I guess.
Okay. So, do you have a question about that situation? What's the question?
Yeah, I mean, like, any advice on like sort of, you know, still trying to like get out of, you know, being, I guess sort of what I'm trying to get at is like, I have a lot going on, you know what I mean? Like I work 2 jobs, I'm a college student, and I want to like, you know, make time for if I meet somebody else, and I'm sort of still like stuck, you know, I don't want to say stuck because I really care about this person. It's just they're in a tough place, and I don't know like what a smooth exit strategy would be, I guess.
Okay. Let me ask you a couple questions. How long did you guys date?
A little over 6 months.
Okay. And how long ago was the breakup?
Almost a month now.
All right. Well, Mason, I have to hand it to you. It sounds like you're a really good guy.
Thank you.
It sounds like, you know, you're not an asshole. You're being really considerate about your ex-girlfriend's feelings and trying to let her down softly. I think the concern maybe is that the whole situation hasn't kind of settled or sunk in for her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe she, you know, she knows you guys are broken up, but she still is emotionally attached to you. Even though you're not her boyfriend, you're still her go-to guy for this kind of emotional support and emotional connection. So is your question, how do you continue to let her down easy? Or is it more like, you know, what should you do?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I don't want her to be a part of my life, but I mean, it's like I don't want to be the person that she's reliant and dependent on, I guess.
Okay. Is she making you feel like, does it make you feel bad when she comes to you with her problems? Is it starting to weigh on you emotionally?
Yeah.
I see. Well, you know, I think, and maybe this is going to be harsh, but I think you got to look out for numero uno, Mason.
Okay.
You got to look out for yourself, because at the end of the day, she's looking out for herself, and she's going to you because it makes her feel comforted emotionally. She's looking out for herself, but nobody's looking out for you. You know, she's not aware that she's causing you to have this baggage, and you've got to be the guy taking care of your own emotional baggage. So even if it hurts her a little bit, I would suggest that you kind of tell her what's going on, how you feel about it. You know, just be honest with her. I think.
That's a big
okay.
thing. Also, it might be giving her a little bit of mixed signals too, like, oh yeah, we
By
might be
still
broken
being
up,
there.
but
Yeah, she thinks like maybe she can win you back if she keeps you close.
especially since you said that she was like in love with you and stuff, and that's hard if you just broke up and it's still pretty fresh. So
Yeah.
I think definitely when somebody is in love with somebody, when they like the other person more than that person liked them, and that causes a split in the relationship, there's this natural place to go to of, well, if I just keep on loving them, they're going to see how great it was, and they're going to see what they're missing, and they just really want to keep you close. And you know what might happen is if you do end up meeting somebody else, it's going to blow up between you and your ex-girlfriend. And it might cause problems leading into the new relationship, because I'm not going to make any accusations. I'm not going to say your ex-girlfriend is crazy, but she might get a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
If a new
Right.
girl shows up, she might get angry. She might get jealous. And I think it's better to kind of settle those issues early and don't drag
Right.
them out. So I would just tell her exactly what you told us, which is like, you know what, we broke up a month ago and I know you're going through all this stuff and I want to be here for you, but I feel like maybe you're leaning too much on me and you are kind of putting me into the role of a boyfriend when I need my own space and I need, you know, my own, I need to heal emotionally myself and I need to take care of my own issues. If she really cares about you, she will understand. And it might suck and it might hurt for her, but in the long run, it's going to be what's best.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
I think that's really good advice. I mean, it's just like I like to think that I'm like a really optimistic person, and I like to, you know, when I have an issue, I sort of like, yep, that sucks, it's a problem, but just keep going and move on to the next thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's weird to have like this sort of thing prolonging. So yeah, I think you guys are totally right.
Cool. Definitely. And you don't need to be mean to her. I think if you're just honest and you lay it down on the table, like the situation is what it is. Like you guys broke up. You're not supposed to be the guy there. She'll probably feel a lot better, honestly, if you find a new relationship. If she finds a new relationship, things will be a lot happier.
Yeah.
You know, a breakup.
Just some clarity and conclusion to everything.
Yeah, exactly. Like closure is really good after a relationship, and kind of dragging it out sometimes leads to some really nasty spats and bad places to be, and you don't want to go there.
No.
Right.
So,
right.
Next time she calls you up with some emotional stuff, talk her through it, talk her off the edge, and when she's feeling better, let her know that you can't be the guy who she goes to all the time. You know, it's hurting you emotionally. You should tell her that.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks for the call, Mason.
Hey, thanks so much.
Absolutely. Good luck. Okay, everybody, we're back with another call. We have Aaron on the phone. What's up, Aaron?
Hi, guys. So on Monday, my boyfriend recently left to go to boot camp for the Army, and we're mostly going to only be able to correspond through letters. Do you feel that it's best to either just cut my losses and feel like maybe it's time for us to move away from each other, or do you have any advice of like trying to keep like romance alive from like such a limited communication?
Dang.
How long have you guys been dating?
9 months.
Okay.
And how long is boot camp last for? Do you know? I don't know. Do you know?
It's usually 8 to 2 weeks, and then they'll get like maybe a week or two home before they might be shipped out to a mission.
2 to 8 weeks, or?
Oh no, I'm sorry. It's 8 weeks away, or might be 9 weeks away, and then they're sent home for at least 1 to 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. And then after they come back, they'll leave again. Will you be out of communication again?
I believe they'll have a phone, or they're allowed to have a phone at that point, so we can text and call. But I don't know if I'll be allowed to know where they are.
Oh, whoa.
Okay.
Mysterious. How's the relationship going so far? How have these 9 months been?
Oh, they've been fantastic. We both agree that it's the best relationship we've been in, and that we've never had such strong feelings towards another person. So definitely, the best relationships we both had.
Okay. Wow. All right. Well,
8 weeks is only like 2 months.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say the same thing. I think that you guys should stay together and go for it. I think that, 2 months apart, only being able to write letters to each other will test the relationship a little bit.
Yeah.
You'll either fall madly in love with each other even more, looking forward to those letters every few days, or you will get a little breather from the relationship and be able to think about what it's going to be like being in a long distance relationship with somebody who's in the military.
Yeah.
2 months is kind of an easy test, and then you'll be able to come back together for a few weeks, rejoice, reunite, and I think you'll be in a better headspace moving into kind of the
long
term, you know, he's in a mysterious location and you only have a phone portion of the relationship.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I just was concerned with some comments that he made about he felt that if I found someone else that made me happy, I shouldn't hold back from doing that. Do you think that's a sign that maybe I should take as maybe we should move on? Sorry.
No, I think sometimes guys say really stupid things that...
See, I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to say that.
Yeah, no, it's totally true. Like, sometimes a guy doesn't want to seem desperate, so he'll say something really fucking dumb, which will make you think, like, oh, does this guy not like me anymore? And when really, he just doesn't want you to think that he is, like, he doesn't want to push you away by seeming too clingy or crazy, so he'll stupidly say something that kind of pushes you away.
Like, oh, this could be something nice to say, I guess.
Yeah, I think honestly, what your boyfriend secretly meant to say is, please don't stop liking me when I'm gone for 8 weeks.
Please don't look at other boys.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
You know what? I would say to him, if he says something like that again, I would maybe mention, like, you know what? No, I really like you or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are at the part where you're saying I love you.
Oh, yeah, we are.
Okay, then be like, you know what? I love you. I'm not going to find another guy. Like, I'm going to be writing you messages. Like, I'm going to be looking forward to you coming back. It's only 2 months.
Yeah.
That's not even a summer break. Some people, when they're in college, they split apart for 3 months.
That's true.
Yeah, we had a 2-month break when I went home for summer because we were both in college.
Okay.
So it's not something we haven't faced before. I think it's just more limited and further.
Well, you know, I would go into it saying, you know, let's see how it goes when you're at boot camp, and if it's too hard, maybe when you come back, we'll have a discussion about moving into the next part of the relationship, whether we should continue it when you're really out of communication. But for right now, go along with it. It seems like you guys are really happy. It sounds like you guys, want to stay together. So there's no reason to break up if it's just going to be 8 weeks apart.
Yeah.
Is there any advice that you have for, like, myself, like, during these 2 months? Like, things that I should be doing self-improvement or...
I mean, just take time for yourself. Do what you like to do, because now you have all the freedom that you want.
Yeah, he is at boot camp. He's not coming back, so don't try to get down on the situation if you miss him. I mean, it's going to be natural that you miss him, but just try to have fun.
Yeah, go out with friends. Just do your own thing.
Yeah. And, stay in communication as much as you can and just look forward to him coming back.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to duly note this advice. I really appreciate you guys helping me out.
No problem, Aaron. Thanks for the call.
Thank you, guys.
Good luck.
Have a nice night.
Call us back in 8 weeks. Let us know how it all went, okay?
I will.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
All right, bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Okay, we're going to take an email now. This one is an anonymous email, and it reads, "Hey guys, my partner and I are both Christian, but hold different views on gay marriage. I believe that it's not a big deal, and they believe that marriage should be between a man and a woman. I'm deeply in love with this person, and this is really the only thing we hold opposing viewpoints on. How do I move forward knowing that we disagree on this? I don't feel like I can break up with a person I love and enjoy being around with over one area of conflict. Please help." Wow. So
That's a tough one.
that is a big issue.
It is.
So in the email, this person writes, like, I don't think I can break up with somebody over one issue if it's the only thing we disagree on. But sometimes one issue is so big, it is what is known in the relationship world as a deal breaker.
Mm-hmm.
Everything could be great about this person, but a deal breaker is a deal breaker.
Yeah. I mean, that's a really big issue. And that leads into other issues, too, when you think about it.
Yeah, it may only seem like one issue now, but it like you said, it could just be the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
The way I look at it is your particular issue anonymous emailer is the issue of gay marriage. And, you know, that's a controversial topic, but I feel like it can be likened and is very similar to a not so controversial topic of just marriage in general.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you could be dating somebody who just doesn't want to get married and they don't believe in marriage. And you do want to get married. And that is like a serious issue. It's the same thing if you're dating somebody who really wants kids and you don't want kids.
Right.
It might not work out. Even if everything is great, if everything else is perfect in the relationship, there are some things that are so big that they're just going to lead to bigger problems down the road.
Yeah.
So I think, I mean,
I don't know if it's something that you could just agree to disagree on either, because it's a controversial topic. It's going to keep popping up, and if you guys are fighting about it, like, that could be a serious problem.
Yeah. Just regardless of the religious aspect to it, I think that just on a personal level, it sounds like you want to get married someday and your partner doesn't. And if that's the case, what is there left in the relationship to look forward to?
Yeah, that's true.
That is like a definite destination on one of your roadmaps and not on the other person.
Right.
So, you know, one person wants to go to New York, one person wants to go to Miami. At some point, you're going to have to get in different cars.
Yeah.
You know? So,
yeah.
I'm sorry to say, you know, if you're young and you don't plan on getting married anytime soon, you could stay with this person. Maybe they'll come around, but I really wouldn't expect them to. I would say enjoy the relationship while you can and have fun and try to have a connection where you can kind of both get on the same page. But I think eventually it's going to come to a point where with an issue like this, you're going to realize it's just not meant to be. It's just not meant to be, maybe. Sad to say, but I think that's the way it looks.
Yeah.
Good luck. Good luck. We're going to take one more email, and this is a good email here. This one is from N, and it says, "Hi, Derrick and Meg. I have always had a terrible time with relationships, but your fans, including me," and he's talking about Mega 64 fans, "Mega 64 fans are super cool. Have you heard about any good Mega 64 fan hookup / relationship stories?" N.
Well.
Thank you for your email and thank you for the compliment. I feel like you're complimenting Mega 64. I feel like you're complimenting people who watch Mega 64. And I agree with you. Mega 64 fans are really cool. And I don't know what it is about them. They're just extra intelligent, extra attractive. They've got a good sense of humor because, you know, they're not watching stuff like Smosh or Rooster Teeth. They're watching actually funny stuff.
Right.
Mega 64. Any good Mega 64 hookup / relationship stories?
Wow. I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know?
I don't know.
Well,
I don't talk to our fans.
Really?
So, not really.
Our fans are nice.
Maybe I should.
I can't, you know, my current girlfriend, who is amazing, it was actually a fan of Mega 64, which made me feel nice. You know, but I mean, I'm biased because I'm in Mega 64, so it would hurt my feelings if she was like, "Yeah, Mega 64 sucks. I think you're dumb." But
you mean like my ex-boyfriend?
Really?
He hated Mega 64. Cool.
And he's your ex-boyfriend.
Yeah, so that's what happened.
You see how that relationship worked out. See, when somebody doesn't like Mega 64, that's a sign that the relationship is not going to happen. I know for a fact that many people, men and women, have gotten into relationships with people who were also fans of Mega 64.
Right.
I feel like Mega 64 has brought them together.
Right.
If you meet somebody who's cute and you think they're interested in you and they like Mega 64, that pretty much guarantees that you can have a romantic relationship.
Oh yeah, like if you see somebody out in the wild wearing a Mega 64 shirt, go approach them.
Yeah, and it may sound like I'm being egotistical or facetious, but I'm not, because I feel like Mega 64 is such an obscure thing.
It's true.
That if you can connect over Mega 64, that is something kind of special. That is something that you guys are going to have that most of the other people in the room are not going to have. So
that's true.
You know what I would recommend to you? And come on out to game days. Yeah. Come to the Mega 64 fan meetup. In fact, we should do like a Heartslayers speed dating event at one of these game days.
We should.
I don't know if we'll do that at the newest at the upcoming game days. But I don't know. It's still far. Maybe we'll be able to arrange something like that.
Maybe.
But yeah. So I definitely think, in answer to your question, any good relationship hookup stories? Yes, I know many people have bonded over Mega 64. And you know what's funny is earlier in this episode, we had the question, what happens when you break up with somebody?
Yes.
And it ruined something for you. I know Mega 64 has been ruined for people too.
Yeah.
Because of all the good memories of the relationship that were associated with it, which are no longer there. Yeah. Mega 64 is not responsible for you breaking up.
Come back to us, please.
Yeah, we're only responsible for you getting together. Luckily, one person always gets to keep Mega 64.
That's true.
The other person has to lose it. So hopefully we get the
good one.
The good one. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Here's a funny story.
Yeah.
When we used to go to Comic-Con, we would have this wheel called the Wheel of Mystery.
Right.
Where you could come up, you spin the wheel, and you'd win a prize. But none of the prizes were actually prizes. It was all like stuff where we'd prank you. But one of the things we used to have on there, it was called Love Doctor. And what we would do is whoever spun the wheel, we'd be like, all right, we'd grab them by the hand and we would walk them around Comic-Con and we would find somebody attractive or somebody who we thought would be a good match. And we'd say like, all right, here, hold hands. You are officially together now. I am the Love Doctor and I pronounce you to an item. And that's just what Mega 64 is all about, you know, making those connections, bringing the love into the situation. So yes, if you are having trouble getting into a relationship, if you're having trouble meeting a person and you see somebody wearing a Mega 64 shirt, you've got the perfect icebreaker.
Yeah.
Go make that connection.
Absolutely.
And come on out to game days. I know love connections have been made at game days. I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. I don't want to talk about anybody without their consent. But I know for a fact, long-term, long-standing relationships have started at Mega 64 game days. It's just romance is in the air.
Yeah.
There's people are laughing. We're going to these theme parks. It's just good times.
It's a magical time.
It's magic. Magic is in the air. Free spirit. So yeah, absolutely. Thanks for your email and really appreciate it. And good luck finding that special someone. Okay, everybody, that's it for this week's episode of Heartslayers. We appreciate everybody who called and emailed us. Hey, if you want to keep up with Heartslayers, follow us on Twitter. I am at Gustafo.
At Furnace Woods.
Yes, for all your Heartslayers updates, we are taking calls every other Tuesday at 10 a.m. And I want to give a special thank you to people who support the Mega 64 Patreon for just $1. You get to see these episodes 1 week early. And isn't that a special thing?
It is.
You don't have to wait to get all this gossip and drama. You get it instantly the moment it goes online. So head on over to the Patreon if you want to support us. We are the Heartslayers. I'm Derrick Acosta.
Meg Turner.
We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.